Event number 3 for the cause of the Civil War. Uh, what happens for this event? It's almost like two events merged together for this. You have, I'll just start you out with the story first. The South. It's after the Revolution, and the whole country, most of America, never abolished slavery yet, except 5 states. That is 4 New England states and Pennsylvania. So they're northern states, the ones that really don't need slaves. The North, right now, if you look at their condition, they're not as industrial. It's still farms. That's why they still have slaves. Not all of them. But the South, they have their big plantations, like you'd see, like you normally picture. They still had those, and they needed slaves. So these 4 states, or 5 states, they fight and try to force the South to abolish slavery. The South would not give up slavery. They're not giving up their best card to play in the U.S. economy. So, as a compromise, what the country does, they stop the slave trade in 1808. So there's no more slave ships going from Africa through the Middle Passage to America. No more. Great Britain also did this earlier. But that doesn't mean there's no more slavery. There's still slavery in America, but there's just no more slave trade. That's one of the events merged into it. Second event. So picture, it's still after the Revolution, and before the 1800s, and all these famous guys that you read about, like Thomas Jefferson, Richard Carter III, all the famous Southern plantation owners, they still have slaves. They try to end slavery. They really don't like slavery, but you could tell that slavery is dying out. Why? Slavery is dying out because the plantations are so big, and there's even though you have a bunch of slaves, it's not enough. It's too hard for them, and it's really hard. And they don't get enough in because the plantations are so big, and the process of picking the cotton is really slow, and the southern economy is going down. So slavery to them is starting to die out until in the 1800s, the invention of the cotton gin. The cotton gin was a revolutionary device that helped pick cotton faster and work with cotton much 5 times faster than usual. So 5 times faster than before. So these plantation owners are buying these cotton gins and using it to sell their cotton. Slavery is back in business. This event, the invention of the cotton gin, was a cause of the Civil War because slavery would have died out. I mean, if you look at it, if production was going slow, they probably would take the slaves and sell them somewhere else, or try to find something else to keep their economy up. But all of a sudden, they get slavery back, and they get their economy back with this one invention, the cotton gin. So, without that invention, slavery probably would have died out, but with it being invented, slavery was back in business and to cause more trouble in the 18th century. That's event number 3.